Nation.
Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Bradley.
Yeah, back at the State Fair, and it feels good. It feels right. It's a beautiful day out. I felt like this on Thursday. I'm doubling down on Monday. It is a treat for the senses, the sights, the sounds, the tastes. You can't get anything like you can get it here at the Wisconsin State Fair.
No Alex Strofe today. We have
That's strange.
full-time Will running the show. Will, what's going on, man? How was your weekend, Will?
It was pretty good. Watched a lot of good Brewers baseball, so feeling pretty pumped about that.
Well, what did you do? Did you have any fun nights?
Yeah, I went over to the normal producer of the show's Alex Strofe's apartment on Saturday night, and he cooked some food. We watched the Brewers game and watched a little bit of family night with the Packers.
Oh, that's
That
it?
sounds pleasant.
Yeah, I left at about 9 p.m., so I'm not really sure what
So
occurred after that.
now you're lying to my,
I'm
not
not.
my face, but you're lying to me right now.
You don't lie to KBN
I'm
Nation.
not
now.
Don't lie to
Come
me.
on now.
You want to do this right now, Will?
I went home at around 9 p.m.
and
then what happened after that?
For me, I went home and I went to bed.
He went to bed. I guess so. Nobody.
I don't know how I'm receiving blame, but I did hear word from himself as I was leaving that he may stop over to our good friends at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Oh, so you heard word of that? Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
As
All
I
right.
was leaving.
Oh, I heard about that.
I did hear about that.
Does anybody know how Alex's time at Potawatomi
I
went?
think it went extremely well,
Okay, that's
which
good.
I'm very happy for him.
Every time going there is a blast.
But I received a message from him. I took a sick day. My voice is shot and I'm coughing nonstop. I blame Canada.
Oh, wow.
Canada.
I blame lack of sleep.
Does anybody see the amount of people that are outside of the Wisconsin State Fair?
Thousands.
Shoulder to shoulder, thousands upon thousands.
Record-breaking days.
What would you say the average age is? And I'm not trying to be ageist.
Oh boy, I mean they're
45,
45 plus?
45
Yeah,
plus.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
some youngins
it's,
around here, but
yeah.
it's 45 plus.
Seen a lot of scooters.
Yes,
Seen a lot of scooters.
Quite a few scooters. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was available. to people.
ranges of all kinds of athletic feats, I'm sure.
So what I do know is I don't like the way that information has been passed from Alex Strofe. He has not been very transparent. So, Strofe, I know you're listening. If you would like to make an official statement of what the hell is going on and why you are sick today, quote, air quote,
I thought he lost
sick.
his voice. How can he make a statement when he lost his voice?
Well, he says he wants to write a statement because, I don't know, conflicting reports about, Potawatomi and air quality and sick days. It's not adding up to me. And I'm going to get, what does he like to call himself, Detective Strofe?
Detective Strofe.
I'm going to put on my Detective KBN Brust hat. I don't know if you guys want to join me in this detective work, but I'm willing to take it on pro bono.
Well, case closed for me. I already know why he's not here today. He stayed out too late having a good time at Potawatomi. He didn't get too much
But the
sleep.
air quality.
But how late's too late? Because Strofe's a partier, right? I mean, he goes.
I don't want to divulge his business, but let's just say
he got after it.
Brad might have been waking up.
Yeah. You might have been while you was working out. When you was working out, he might have been going home. I'm just saying.
That would
I'm
be
just saying,
something.
he,
That would be a personal hell for me to be up that late. If there's any truth to that.
Yeah, but the air quality is the reason why he's not here.
Of course.
No. Look. I think you guys are saying too many things. The detective is at work. I don't want to falsify any information, but I think you're leading the witnesses of KBN Nation as to why Alex Strofe may or may not be here. I'm going to do a full independent study. And I'm waiting for his official statement, and then I will get one from Strofe's agent.
Just to put it out there as well, I know he was a scoundrel this weekend because most of us are scoundrels. His lady friend, was out of town this weekend.
But what does that have to do with Canada?
Well, I guess the wildfire smoke not only messed with his lungs, but messed with his decision-making.
Oh, wow.
And so when the lady's not around, you kind of do what you want to do, and he might have let things get out of hand.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talkin' text line. Less is more. An official statement that just came across my desk, ironically from Alex Strofe.
What does it read?
Hi, KBN Nation. Strofe here. I'd like to apologize for my absence today as my lungs and throat have decided speaking wasn't in the cards. I imagine the wildfire smoke across southeastern Wisconsin hasn't helped. You are likely going to hear some accusations today that do not reflect why I submitted a sick day. I think it's only fair to acknowledge my track record. Who has shown up the most for KBN Nation the last 15 months? Has Alex Strofe ever been afraid to show up to work if he was hungover, which he is not, according to him? I hope to return tomorrow as long as my voice does as well. Please don't bully Will in my absence, especially as he did not join me at Potawatomi Casino 2 days ago.
Wow. Strofe, how much time you spending outside? I mean, seriously, are we like doing manual labor outside?
Will, wait.
We did a whole 3-hour show outside. What is
And he was back at the producer booth on Friday. Saturday, it sounds like, Will, you guys were inside of his apartment, maybe grilled out for what, an hour?
Yeah, probably less than an hour we grilled out, or he grilled out.
Last time I checked, Potawatomi Casino Hotel is smoke-free.
Yes. Very well circulated.
and
no
so-
Canada wildfires inside of that place.
And so, yeah, I appreciate the official statement from Alex W. Strofe. No idea what his middle name is, and I do not care. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Will, let's put it on the poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Alex Strofe has claimed that the Canada wildfires affecting southeast Wisconsin have shot his voice, which is why he was unable to come into work on Monday. Do you believe him, yes or no? We'll get that on Twitter at KBN ESPN and let KBN Nation decide as the jury, judge, and executioner of Alex Strofe at 800-990-3776.
I know malarkey when I hear it. I know malarkey when I see it, and I'm calling malarkey absolutely on Alex Strofe. Alex Strofe, his voice might be messed up, but he's just too tired to come in. He's probably spending all his earnings.
Appleman in the Orchard chimes in on the Carpless Talking text line. I just got out of ICU, and I'm at work. Appleman in the Apple shop.
Wow, Appleman grinding from the ICU to the Apple shop. I'll tell you what, there's more to this story that meets the eye. This is like a classic, like Scooby-Doo mystery. Something's not adding up. Something's just not adding up.
Speaking of meeting the eye, Brett, has your eye met Ben's face today?
Yeah, my eye went to a particular wound.
Stop
on
smiling.
Ben Bressler. He looks like the Joker with so many cuts on his face.
Go to ESPN Milwaukee or ESPN Madison on YouTube, and I want y'all to take a look at Ben's lip. Ben, what happened? Why is your lip busted and cut? What happened? You have a wedding in less than 3 weeks, and didn't we tell him?
We told you.
We said no physical activity other than running on a treadmill and lifting weights. We said no basketball, no badminton, no soccer, no football, no horse playing around. None of that.
We need to protect you from yourself, Ben.
All right. I will divulge. But first, let me get to a couple of the responses on the Carpless Talking text line. Stevie says Major League BS from Strofe. Absolute malarkey. Strofe needs to grow up from Chris.
Cut the malarkey.
Sam, Strofe doesn't have to speak to produce.
Oh,
that's true.
Powerful.
So right now,
Powerful.
the judge, the jury, and the executioner are destroying the statement of one Alex Strofe.
You know, I
now,
didn't think about that not speaking part. He doesn't have to speak.
Correct.
He just
coulda
elects
came
to.
across.
I was with Alex Strofe on Saturday morning. Guess where we were? Inside.
Okay.
So I still am trying to figure out when he was even outside for these California wildfires to even get into his lungs.
Yeah, he's not outside.
I digress with that. I was playing some pickleball, and
Ben.
and I'm very competitive. Everything I do, won every game I played, 6-0. It's gonna happen. I even played with Strofe.
Cool.
I even played with Strofe.
Cool. As your
And
partner?
won, yes.
Wow,
So,
KBN unites.
there was a ball that was heading out of bounds, but like it's a quick last-second decision. You have to be ready.
Dove on the ground.
No, I wound up to hit it, realized that it was going to go out, and I threw my arm up to get away from the ball, and the outside of my paddle went right into my lip, into my face, and I'm not going to lie, guys, this one hurt.
It looks like it could be a candidate for stitches once again.
No. It didn't cut open.
It didn't cut open,
But it just hurt like
it's a
hell.
bruise. It's a brutal bruise. Yeah, Ben, you are the most clumsy elite athlete I think I've ever met.
Ever.
Like, you get into a different arena, or maybe it's just like a little bit, this is 30s kind of action, but we need to bubble wrap you. You need to protect you. All I can say is, this is the final straw, right? This is what you needed to remind
Hell
yourself.
no! I got the semifinals of my men's league tonight.
You're 2.5 weeks away from your wedding. It happens once in a lifetime. You got to protect yourself. What would your fiance think if you show up with a bruised
What do you
eye
mean? She doesn't know what to think. Look at this. Look at this. Look at his face.
That's not picture ready.
No,
that is not picture ready.
He's going to have a scab on his lip. These photos are going to live on and forever. You paid all that money.
You've seen all these Instagram influencers. They got stuff for this.
No, they did not for this. Not for this. You know what the problem is? The problem is Ben Brust never has an injury that's bad enough.
Whoa!
To make
whoa!
him,
We don't want that.
Well, then,
don't you be bringing that into the universe.
I'm just saying these are all cosmetic injuries that are just
keyword cosmetic.
And there's an important cosmetic event happening in the near future. Why don't you just take a 2.5-week break?
No, I have the
good.
semis tonight.
No.
If we lose tonight, I'm not playing next Monday. If we win tonight, I have next Monday, and I'm done.
Dude, you look like your lip has gone through worse than boxers. Like your lip has
it
cut up
does.
and down.
It looks bad.
You've had so many different. You had multiple times you had stitches on your lips.
6 stitches in the middle of the lip, 4 stitches on the outside.
Dude, that's more than boxers. Like you just got to stop. You got to know when to retire and hang it up. Just stop. Stop, man.
What are you guys, my mom?
No, we're concerned individuals who care about
you need protection from yourself, Ben. That's what you need. And we are like the conscience. We're like that angel on your shoulder saying, Ben, stop. There's nothing good that can come from this. It's not worth it.
Ben, you might look ridiculous, but I think you need to get one of those full head hockey masks to wear.
Yeah,
because
you need protection.
We got to protect it. You just tell everybody, hey, I'm getting married. I already cut my lip.
I think it was the wildfires that got my lip.
No, the wildfire
disoriented you.
You hit yourself in the lip with a paddle. What did your fiance say when she saw you?
She didn't care.
No,
There's 3 weeks.
You a lie. You a lie.
You can text her. You can call her.
So you mean to tell me she saw your lips and oh, okay.
She didn't notice.
I'm sure.
Then the next day it flared up a little bit, and she goes, "Are you kidding me? It's
Yeah.
getting worse."
She's holding her breath, and you're putting her through this by choice.
Yeah, but don't you think that if I stop being who I am before a wedding,
I can't even look in the face.
if something happens to me. It's the right way that we're getting into marriage the way that we should. We shouldn't change who I am before the marriage.
Yeah, you put your preferences aside for the betterment of the marriage.
Dude, I don't know.
The hell with that. Marriages?
Yeah, get ready, Ben. Buckle up.
You have all the confidence in the world. There's no way I'm walking around with a busted lip like that, feeling as perky and happy as you are. I would be depressed.
I mean, I long ago, Kyle, I would have hung it up. I said, after the 1 stitches, I said, this ain't worth it.
No, it's definitely not worth it.
Or just throttle it back a little.
You know who's bigger than the judge, jury, and the executioner?
Who's that?
The real judge. You know who the judge is? Con director Brian D.
Oh.
Just across my desk in response to Alex Strofe, who was claiming the black lung from the California wildfires here in southeastern Wisconsin. Why does his voice matter as a producer? Question mark.
That's exactly what I was
talk about
wondering
the executioner.
Like I said, I am just presenting all information. This is all part of a thorough investigation. I think it could probably wrap up right now. Strofe's a fraud.
Yeah.
Kyle Brust-Nortman live from Leff's Lucky Town Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. We have more Shams on Giannis. Now, before you go, I'm going to go, with you. But I do think we have an opportunity either today or tomorrow to potentially talk to Shams. Because I genuinely, at this point, there has been so many different videos online of Giannis hinting at him being back with Milwaukee. Another one coming Saturday with wanting to play 15 to 20 seasons, and people in the crowd go, in Milwaukee, and he winks and smiles. Like, there are enough things from Giannis that it's really interesting that, someone who does get stuff right. Like, he got a lot of flack for what happened with Jimmy Butler and was right on Jimmy Butler. So if you are an NBA insider for ESPN, you got to have something. He's not going to give it up, but we got to find out how big it is or how small it is based off our conversation if we do get to talk to him. And if not, I want to hear what he has to say again, because it just will reinforce the fact that I'm confused. We're all feeling, seeing, hearing one thing locally, but of course nationally, there's another narrative. We talk Giannis Antetokounmpo. We have family night that happened on Friday. The Brewers are freaking electric. We have so much to get to at the Wisconsin State Fair. Don't go anywhere. It's Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're 92.
Yeah.
I thought it was 93. You said 93.
Almost 93.
When's his birthday?
May.
It's July.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
Those three corners. Keyshawn Nixon has to prove that he's a CB1. Nate Hobbs has to prove that he's a full-time player. Right. And Carrington Valentine has to prove he's more than a really good story.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
If those guys play like we've seen them play, but they do it on a far more consistent basis, I can see them in an NFC championship.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Windows, windows, windows. You hear all about everyone's windows and how theirs are the greatest. I'll tell you, our windows are the best as well. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I'm right there with you. We've taken the most trusted brand in windows, Pella, and paired them with such an outstanding business that we will deliver results to you at your home. Siding Unlimited has won Pella's prestigious 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award. Siding Unlimited is the company to install your new windows.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Your current car? Soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this, just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
The deals are heating up at the Summer Savings Event all summer long at Cunis. Get the hottest savings of the year at nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and the new Cunis Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. We have sizzling new vehicle specials on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Or with one of our 10 pre-owned super specials, you'll be swimming in a pool of savings. Plus, keep your vehicle refreshed with our service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Get outside and enjoy the Summer Savings Event at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisMilwaukee.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow-up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Bruston Nortman live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. You're going to find us on the corner of Grandstand Ave and 2nd Street. We're right in the heart of the action coming out. There's live music right behind us. They have tons of great specials, and I know Brad and Kyle already scanned the QR code because the food here is amazing. Alex Strofe off due to the wildfires that have caused southeastern Wisconsin to make him soft. Allegedly not because of a late night at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. It's Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and you are always on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. Dave chimes in. Yes, Dave. I love Strofe, however, his sickness is a clown move.
Oh, wow.
And that's not even coming from Strofe's a clown guy.
Oh, man.
Strofe's the clown guy. Hasn't even gotten a hold of Strofe yet.
Yeah, I think there's a trend about Alex Strofe.
David in the 920. Strofe is out due to the smoke? I own a landscape company and spend all day, every day outside. It really isn't that bad. Heck, I fractured my kneecap to start the season and only took 2 weeks off.
What? On a fractured kneecap?
Yet, he doesn't have to speak in order to do his job here with Kyle Brust-Nortman.
Yeah, he ain't built for that, though. He ain't built for
Speaking of smoke, is this smoke where there's actual fire? Because it seems like, oh, my Lord. We almost had an accident, but we're all good. Little scooter accident in front of us. So you're going to see a lot of those. Sham Charania joined First Take this morning. I know you guys are trying to keep it together because I just did that out loud, and you're embarrassed by me. Can you just say yes?
I just hope you
yes.
Sham Charania joined First Take. Just listen, and then get mad if you want, and then we're going to play something from Giannis.
As we sit here on August 4th, sources tell me there is nothing set in stone about whether Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to stay in Milwaukee or whether he wants to leave elsewhere. He's been evaluating his future this entire offseason. I reported way back in mid-May that he's open-minded about whether his best fit is in Milwaukee or is it a trade elsewhere. That process has been continuing. There's been some real conversations he's having with his inner circle, from my understanding. And the one big question that is surrounding Giannis Antetokounmpo, that's surrounding his camp, is can he win another championship? Is this Bucks roster built for this upcoming season, for 2026-27, for him to win another championship, his second championship? We know how bad he wants to do that. And so only Giannis Antetokounmpo can make that determination, and clearly he wants to do it on his own time. I will say this. There are multiple teams that I know of that are literally waiting right now on what decision Giannis Antetokounmpo makes, waiting to see, does he actually hit the market? Training camps don't start till mid-September. There have been examples in the past. Kyrie Irving was traded to the Boston Celtics in August when he got moved. Damian Lillard was actually traded to Milwaukee in September. So there are deals that happen late in summers.
That was Sham Charania earlier this morning on ESPN's First Take. The one thing that I will agree with, because we're all waiting on the one thing, we can read all the tea leaves, and we're all pretty much in alignment with everything Giannis has put out there. Nothing is set in stone, because we haven't seen, hey, I'm back, Milwaukee, or anything that we all because Giannis hears all this. We know he hears all this. He's been more active on social media than his entire career. He's even quoted, subtweeted.
Who missed Woj? Who else missed Woj, right?
Yeah, who missed Woj?
Yeah.
He subtweeted Shams himself. Now, there's just a lot of things here. Exploring future, open-minded, then giving all these trades. Yes, those are things that have happened in the past. But right now, I have a hard time listening to this and getting fearful that he's not going to be a Milwaukee Buck come next year.
Yeah, a piece of advice that I've heard a long time ago. Now, write this down, KBN Nation.
All right, I actually
write this down.
to.
Set your priorities, and your decisions take care of themselves. My question for Giannis is, what is his main priority? Is his main priority loyalty, or is his main priority winning a championship? Because just like in life, if you say, I'm going to prioritize health, I'm going to prioritize my relationships, I'm going to prioritize work, your decisions take care of themselves. It's easy to say yes to some things and no to others. So for Giannis, that's the big question here. And when I hear Sham say what Giannis is thinking of, the one big question is this Bucks roster built to win a championship in the next 2 seasons? Because winning a championship in the next 2 or so seasons is a priority as a Bucks fan, that scares me. If his priority is loyalty and legacy to a city, then it becomes an easy decision. But if his priority is winning a championship, Giannis, I can answer that for you right now. No, this roster over the next 2 seasons is not built to win a championship. Maybe in a couple years, maybe as these roster cap issues flush themselves out, but this upcoming season and the season after.
Well, you can't. I don't think we can speak for the season after. I think we can probably speak to this upcoming year. Because they have limited things that they can do to severely bolster this roster that sits in a spot where it doesn't look like they're going to win a championship.
Not this upcoming year. I'll give you that. Maybe in the year after, but they need to make some significant moves in a year from now in order to get themselves a championship caliber.
I guess my biggest question is I want to know who the source is. I want to know where Shams is getting this information from, because to me it feels like Giannis, he had conversations with the team about wanting to bring in Miles Turner. That's exactly what they were able to do, is bring in Miles Turner to help bolster this roster for Giannis. And I agree, Brad. Yeah, this roster for the long run doesn't look that great for Giannis, but at this point during the summer, I would be extremely disappointed and disheartened if the Milwaukee Bucks moved on from Giannis and we're talking about in August. Because for me, when we think about the way this roster was built to be able to be a defensive team, right? And then also have some shooters surrounded around Giannis. It's been built around Giannis. It would be absolutely disastrous for the Milwaukee Bucks in August, in September, to be still thinking about trading Giannis. I think Giannis has already made his decision that for the 2025-2026 season, he's going to be in Milwaukee. So I can't wait to maybe have an opportunity to talk to Shams to pick his brain a little bit, because for me, when I look at this team and I look at the way Giannis has been moving, I have no fears that Giannis is going to leave the Milwaukee Bucks in this season. I feel very confident that we're going to roll into this season with Giannis, and based off how this team performs, if this team gets a 4 seed or higher, I think Giannis returns because he's hopeful for what could happen in the future for the Bucks. So I do think this is a big year, but I'm not concerned about this report whatsoever.
Yeah, to me, I think what's different about anything that's going on right now with Giannis when you hear a report like this is the equity he's built up. The equity that he's built up from moving his entire life and his family and his story to Milwaukee. The antithesis of what Giannis would make a decision to do would be to leave Milwaukee high and dry this late in the process.
Yeah.
Now, that is the loyalty component. We do have him on record with his brother Thanalis on the Thanalis show saying he wants to win another championship before his career is over. So, with that, I also want to hear from Giannis when he was at a card collecting event on Saturday. This was Giannis over the weekend.
Maybe like 1,000, first 1,000 autographs that I gave away. And then I was like, no, I can't be doing this for the rest of my life. Like, I want to have a long career. I'm going to play like 15, 20 years in the NBA. I can't be doing these autographs. So, all in Milwaukee. So I had to stop. So now it's just like...
So you heard the in Milwaukee faintly in the background. He said Milwaukee, and for those who haven't seen the video, he does a little smirk. And so these are things like him subtweeting Shams and like talking about Milwaukee this late in the game. I can't see the man that has been in Milwaukee for his entire career pulling a bait and switch.
Yeah.
This late in the game to the people that have supported him most. It's not who he is.
Well, that's what would be so crazy is doing it this late, because the Bucks have made moves with the idea that Giannis will be around. That include cutting Damian Lillard, releasing him, whatever, and then absorbing that cap for the next 5 years, taking on and bringing Miles Turner at a contract that's well set up for somebody like Giannis. So it would surprise me at this point in the stage to have him want to request a trade. But even as the other component to this is, as Jalen says on YouTube, what a team is going to have to give up to get Giannis, again, will impede his ability to win a championship there.
In the short term, it's a lose-lose.
If this was free agency, maybe that's different, right? Because you could just bolt on to any ready team, but this does need to be a fair compensation when it comes to a trade.
Fair?
And fair is going to be a steep king's ransom.
If I'm John Horst, fair to me is different what other people think. I want everything for him. And to go into Shams talking
everything.
about...
You get one player on your roster after this trade's done.
We get to pick the players, and we get
and your draft
6
picks.
first-round picks.
Yeah.
And you either take it or leave it.
There's no level of compensation that can even make sense.
No, there isn't. But the thing is, Shams also kind of alluded to the fact that Kyrie Irving, that trade that happened, and the Damian Lillard trade happened late. But Kyrie Irving Irvin had made it known with the Cavaliers that he wanted to be moved, right? Damian Lillard, they had known and they had conversations about him wanting to move on. So the difference that we see here is that it has not been publicly known, right? And I don't think we probably would hear a little bit of whispers of breaking news that Giannis was requesting a trade. So there's some different things where this just doesn't 100% align. But then on top of that, one thing we got to understand is if he thinks the grass is green on the other side, which there could be a possibility, he could just make one call to Damian Lillard where Damian Lillard got traded and then he got waived. And guess where he went back to? He went back home because he realized that, you know what, it ain't always about winning a championship because he missed his family. Giannis has a young family back at home. There is no way that Giannis wants to be moved in August. When he has
4 kids.
Yeah. Young.
He's a life
young
here.
Children. Yeah, so and his mom's still here, so that'd be a lot to up and move his children like that. So I feel confident that Giannis will still be a Milwaukee Buck because there has not been enough smoke for me to be able to say, oh, yeah, I don't feel good. I feel confident now. But this is a make-it-or-break-it year for John Horst and the Bucks organization to prove to Giannis that they can indeed build a championship contender around him.
To me, it's an isolated smoke, right? Like somebody sees it, they're able to put it out. There's not smoke here. There's not smoke there. There's not smoke over there that all come together and make this thing a fire. Right now, it's just one person.
So this is like one small campfire, not a Canadian wildfire.
No, it's not affecting Alex Strofe.
Not enough to keep us from work or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay.
Not like Alex Strofe missing work again. Will is running the show. Will, do you have a good Wheel of Will?
I got a couple good ones. We had an exciting weekend
like
in the sports world.
You just sound like Strofe. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're live from Leff's Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. This one stuck out on my sheet here. French onion cheese curds.
Wow, baby. I wouldn't mind trying a little bit of that.
French onion cheese curds. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Head over to Leff's Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. It's Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates, First Weber Real Estate Services, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We have sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair, it's Kyle Brust Norton with you across ESPN Wisconsin. And as always, get us on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776, or see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Download, listen back, and do whatever you need on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Full-time Will's in for Alex Strofe, who's got the black lung from the wildfire smokes from Canada, allegedly. So we go to the Wheel of Strofe. Black Will.
It's time for the
Wheel
of
Strofe.
All right, it's the Wheel of Will, Wheel of Strofe. We got a list of topics coordinated with each color. Red will be a physical punishment. You guys ready?
Always will.
Wheel of Strofe.
Good spin, Will.
Yeah. That's an athlete right there.
All right, we got yellow scam. This weekend, I fell for an incredibly bad scam. I saw an ad on Instagram from this website that was selling $90 polo shirts for $6. Before looking
Will. How much are they paying you? They ain't paying you enough.
How much do you have to drink?
Let me finish. It was Saturday morning, like 9 a.m. Before looking anything up, I clicked the link and ordered $40 worth of stuff. Immediately afterwards, went to the comment section, and everybody was saying how obvious of a scam it was and how stupid anyone would be to fall for this.
Dude, you gave your credit card information to a scam. Cancel the card.
Did you call the card company?
Not yet.
Come on,
Will! This was 2 days ago.
Will, they don't. Somebody in China or India done ran it on your behind. Ran it up.
I mean, have you checked your statement?
No.
Like your login?
No.
Will, what are you doing?
How do we go? How do we go from Alex Strofe to Will?
Will, if I was by you, I would smack you upside your head. Should I have? You just got scammed. Do you think they were scamming you to have a good laugh? To tell their friends?
For $40?
I thought they would just take the $40 and be satisfied. I probably should.
No, Will, Will, they got all your information. They about to buy anything they can. Was it a credit card or a check card, like a debit card?
Debit card.
Oh, hell, they done drained your
no.
account. You broke.
Log in the break.
I will.
Brad almost passed out.
I did. Will, come on. That is sensitive information. The minute that happens, you got to call your bank, put a full stop on that card, get yourself a new number.
You also might be able to get a refund if they're nice and you plead the I'm an idiot.
No, you should get a refund.
They will refund you, most likely.
I can plead the I'm an idiot. That won't be too hard.
Oh,
there's a lot of idiots in America, but usually when idiots figure out their
we need to do like a background check on our producers, like
this is
basic, like life skills.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like life skills.
Yeah.
Like, are you an adult, or are we going to be mentoring you outside of what you do for us in the workplace?
Like doing taxes.
Right now, you and Strofe are just a disaster.
Yeah, well, I expected more of you. You went to a private school. When you go to private schools, I expect more.
Wheel of Strofe. Yeah, let's just move on from the fact that you got scammed.
No, during the break, you need to take care of this, Will. I'm telling you this now.
All right, we got Blue, the Speedway blunder. MLB fans who attended the first Speedway Classic were disappointed as they were wet, hungry, and angry. There was a 2-hour weather delay that pushed back all of the pregame festivities, and the game didn't even last one full inning before it was all again suspended. And they ran out of food, too. There was hot dogs with no buns and nachos with no cheese. Is this the sports version of the Fire Fest? And whatever happened, what was ever wrong with the Field of Dreams game?
Oh, yeah, that was a
Field of Dreams game is pretty
That was so cool.
Yeah.
No, but the field was too small.
Yeah, but to do that one game out of the year is pretty great. The Speedway, when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's a novel idea. First of all, you can't help rain. That's just unfortunate. Thank you for the American Family Field roof that you always get a Brewer game at home. The lack of food? Come on now, that's basic. How you just multiply the fans times the usual amount of concessions they eat, and there you go. How do these places mess that up?
As a racing fan, I was very disappointed when I turned on the TV and it was suspended.
Yeah.
Because Bristol Motor Speedway can hold like a ton of people.
Is that how many people they have?
No, so they just underestimated.
Now, this is why places like Bristol, Tennessee don't get Major League Baseball teams. Don't get any major sports. Stick to racing. That's all you can do. Stick to the folks who like racing. This is ridiculous.
Tom in the 262 chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. Will, do something, you idiot. They snagged $270 of total and put on mine for a $19.99 purchase.
Oh, no.
That's 25. That's 20x. 20.
When you say $19.99, you mean $2,000?
$275 total. And he only purchased $19.99.
I'm good so far.
No recent transactions.
No recent transactions that weren't me.
Still call your bank.
Identity theft coming.
Yeah, call your bank.
Oh, no, the Will Summers in Africa.
What's your social? Do not respond.
Will.
Do not. Thank you. That was legitimately a test. I would have said dump or scrap the YouTube. He passed.
All right. We got green, some Instagram beef. The Brewers posted a very cool highlight tape of all of their best moments in the month of July. That was captioned, Hot Summer, Hotter Baseball Team. Brewers pitcher Tobias Myers, who's currently in AAA Nashville and has been moved up and down to the big leagues roster several times throughout the year, commented, fun team to watch. Was this a slight at the Brewers, or is Tobias just simply supporting the organization?
No, that's not a slight. Look, and Chad Patrick got sent down. Logan Henderson was sent down after these amazing starts. Tobias isn't even anywhere near what they've been, and he obviously was coming off of injury and had more opportunity last year. But I don't see this as a slight. Based off the personalities of the team, there's no way he would say that because he would never get brought up again. Pat Murphy would say, you can keep your behind down there or we're going to trade you.
Yeah, we know what happened last time to a guy that was barking up as far as negativity.
Actually, if we can get another Andrew Vaughn, keep barking.
Yeah, exactly. So they know the message has been sent, and they know it's an unapologetic message that if we're not all going in the same direction, supporting one another, you gone. And maybe it's just best for the team. So it doesn't seem like that for me. Everything is just too positive, too trending in the right direction for the Brewers. I would be shocked if this was a slight.
No, Tobias Myers is trying to get in good for the September call-ups. That's all it is. He's being a good team player. He saw the highlights. He was part of it. And he
wants to be on that World Series roster.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he won't be on that. but he will get a September call-up. So, no, there's no beef here. This is just Tobias Myers being a supporter.
He still gets a ring, too, so wouldn't matter.
Oh, look at you, the White Sox guy talking about rings in Milwaukee.
Oh, no, it's just the fact that he was also somebody like Tobias Myers who didn't get a lot of time, and then, so he knows what it's like to get an award for not actually helping.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
yeah, I'm with you, Will. I got a ring that I didn't earn. I guess I practiced.
All right, that's a decent Wheel of Will. More consistent than Wheel of Strofe is the Wheel of Will. But I will be drafting a fantasy football league at 4 a.m. in the morning on my honeymoon, but I won't have to do that at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Now, you can book your unbelievable opportunity to draft your team at the Sportsbook, but you also can join us, Wisconsin sports fans. It's the time of the year for football season, August 20th. Yeah. The fantasy football draft is back as ESPN Wisconsin is going to take over the entire Potawatomi Sportsbook for another exclusive event. Call Kyle Bruston-Nortman at 800-990-3776 and go head-to-head with myself, Kyle, Brad in our fantasy football league. We'll be drafting on August 20th at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Let's go with caller number 5 for the opportunity to draft with us at Potawatomi Sportsbook. 800-990-3776. 800-990-3776. Caller number 5 will be the winner to win a spot in the Fantasy Football League. If your name is announced, you have 48 hours to claim this spot at the exclusive event. Get the details from Will. He's got it. Just be caller 5. 800-990-3776. I have a question for you guys.
And I have answers. That's what I'm full of.
I think Brad does too. Will, after your scam incident, you're banned next segment.
Well,
We're
don't
back
you take
next.
this. Goodness.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hey, Gabe, also, did you call us idiots?
Yeah, it's exactly what I called you. Yes.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh. You know owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, but keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. Payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best racers since 1955. Camp on site all weekend, free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. GT World Challenge America is up next August 15th through the 17th. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
Truck crash? Call Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
Tsunami Express is Milwaukee's go-to for a championship-level clean. And right now, your first wash is free when you sign up online. That's a $25 MVP car wash, loaded with gloss, protection, and all the extras, including free vacuums and detailing tools. With locations in Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, it's easier than ever to get a winning wash with Milwaukee's favorite car wash team. Get your free car wash before you pull up to the tailgate at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash.
Wash, chill, repeat.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair, it is Kyle Bruston Nortman with you. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, I received a message randomly.
Oh.
And I don't know how to take this or what I should do. Hey, Ben. I'm not going to say the person's name because it came into the request folder. Random question. But wondering if you could help announce / decide the draft order for my fantasy football league.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Do I do it?
Yeah, you do it. It's KBN Nation reaching out. If KBN Nation reaches out to you,
I'm scared this is a copy and paste.
That they're just shotgunning.
They're just shooting this out to as many people as they can to see who bites.
Must be nice to be so famous where you actually think about that.
Well, but there's
no. I just I wanted to. I'll do it. I just want it to be
authentic.
Authentic.
Now there's different levels of fame though, and these cameo requests they come in different varieties.
I'm not on Cameo for a reason.
Right. Yeah. So this is not a cameo request.
Ain't nobody requesting.
But it's a cameo-like request, and I have 3 experiences with Cameo. Okay?
Oh wow!
Not personally. But from associations, right? So there's the cool, like literally cool, fun ones where a buddy of mine, his brother, got Shooter McGavin, that actor, to cameo him a happy birthday, right? And that was actually really cool. It was really hilarious. You can tell he's done it before. That was like, oh wow, Shooter McGavin. And then 2 other cameos that were more of the joke variety. I've got some buddies that basically organize a big golf event. They just get out there and play, and they make a huge deal out of it. And they did 2 cameos that were more of the joke variety. One was Jeff Janis of the Green Bay Packers.
Well, that was cheap.
And another one was the Baja Men, the guys who sang.
Another cheap one.
So again, those were mostly for comedic purposes, and Shooter McGavin was went for cool. So I wonder for you, Ben, is this comedic or is this cool? Do they think you're super cool? We need Ben Brust.
That's why I'm
scared to joke.
That's why I'm scared to respond.
Let's punk Ben Brust.
I don't think my heart can handle.
Yeah, make sure you're not getting scammed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will.
Add your credit card.
And more texts keep coming in about how much of an idiot you are for using a debit card online, by the way, and not a credit card.
Yeah.
Do you have a credit card?
Yeah, but I don't really know how to use it or check the balance or anything.
What does that mean? What does that mean you don't know how to use it?
Will, I'm going to get you set up, Will. Just as long as you got a good credit score, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to get points. You're going to get some points.
Wait, are you going to co-sign for him?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just going to send him a link where I get some points, and then I'm going to set him up and I'm telling him how to use a credit card.
This sounds like another scam, Will.
Yeah,
don't fall for it. This is
one
Kyle
scam
Walsh
to another.
Will, I'm the only person here that talks to you every single day and tells you good morning. I would never scam you.
Oh, so because you say good morning.
Wow.
It is
Kyle,
you sit right across from each other. It'd be weird if you didn't say good morning.
Yeah, when Kyle in the office, he didn't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do I respond to this? Do I do it self-consciously?
Are you gonna is there gonna be a fee involved, or is you gonna do this pro bono?
Oh,
pro
wow.
bono Ben.
Oh, this is pro bono.
Pro bono. Okay, this is for the fans,
Well,
for the
how
kids.
about this? Well, why don't you go and stalk their page? Have you stalked the page?
Private.
Oh, dangerous.
Okay, well, if it's private, then it's probably not some parody thing. I would ask them for details. I think you should 100% do it. Because
I think you should do it too.
It raises the profile of
Definitely interested?
Yeah.
What specifically?
What are the details?
Yeah, what are the details? And how can I? Well, no, just like that. I think that's plenty. Less is more. Let them fill in the blanks.
All right.
Again, is Ben more Shooter McGavin? Who's Ben closer to? Shooter McGavin or Jeff Janis and the Baja Man?
Baja Man. He's a Baja Man.
He's a Baja Man.
Clearly, I'm not Shooter McGavin.
I don't know who Shooter McGavin is, but I know what Brad is saying. He sounds very famous.
Gosh.
What do you mean? Oh my God! Oh, stop it! Y'all don't know who a lot of people are. Who is Shooter?
Shooter McGavin's
do?
like the villain of Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Another shame.
Another shame, Kyle.
Yeah, it wasn't.
KBN movie night was the right idea because Ben and I share so many lines
and we wanted
quotes,
to bring everyone in.
We look at another, we smile, and Kyle's just out here.
I thought Shooter McGavin was a country star.
Oh wow!
I'm thinking he's some country singer I've never heard.
It's like when you talk about trap music, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is a fictional character.
Ooh, I like this idea from Cody on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Tell the person who wants you to announce the fantasy football league to call into the show to judge their seriousness.
Oh, yeah. 800-990-3776.
That's how they earn it. A little airtime.
Yeah.
So are you nervous if they are trying to make a joke out of you?
At this point in my life, I guess maybe I should accept who cares if they are.
Yeah.
Here's my concern. What if all the team names are like dirty names and jokes? Like when you call a restaurant and it's like,
don't say any.
I won't say any, but you know what I mean?
Say
Like,
any.
oh, last name this, first name that. And then you got Ben Bruss saying all these bad words.
Do you think Ben Bruss cares about saying bad words?
I guess if it gets repurposed, it could damage my reputation.
Yeah, that's sterling reputation that Ben Bruss has.
What do you think your reputation is?
Sterling.
Do you know what that means?
Pristine. No red flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
crystal clear.
Walking red flag. Walking red flag.
Ben, I think you do it, and I think you should be honored.
Strofe chimed in here as he's sick listening to the whole show, which he couldn't produce because he can't talk, which he can do while not talking. Remember when Ben was hesitant to send a pump-up video to a 7th grade basketball team?
Oh, yeah. How did that team end up doing? Did they win?
They lost.
Oh, no.
That's why you never did a follow-up, huh?
No.
They lost?
I don't celebrate losing.
You didn't give them like a that's okay, you got them next time, boys?
No, hell no. You should have sent a follow-up.
Ben said, you're dead to me.
Yeah, you should be. You said, don't ever ask me for a video for these losers again.
You know, speaking of being a winner and speaking of being a loser, one is at home listening to the show because he's got a little bit of a cough. Stevie chimed in and said, what do you think Pat Murphy would say to Strofe, who said he can't come into work because he's sick from the wildfire smoke?
I'm sending you to the White Sox.
Now that is perfect. You can't one-up that one.
Nah, that's what you tell somebody like that.
The Milwaukee Brewers are the best team in baseball. In 2 minutes, we go deeper into why they're so great next.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey, but we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from Left's Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. This is Kyle Bruston Northman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It's Kyle Bruston Norton with you at the Wisconsin State Fair at Left's Lucky Town Sports Bar and Grill. This menu is amazing.
Oh, my God.
And sources close to the program say food is on the way.
Oh.
And also sources close to the program, one being Josh DiMaggio, said he had that French onion cheese curd here over the weekend, and it is fire. And Josh would never say it's fire, so I don't want to quote him with that. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, full-time Will running the show. Get into the show at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. And, of course, we're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. At this point, I think I'm done with the whole, I don't, like the Brewers, like it's been great, like this guy, that guy. Is it going to continue? I'm done doubting. Like there's zero reason to have doubt in something this far into the season with the best record in baseball. Will they end up with the best record in baseball? I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is they have figured out how to play phenomenal baseball every single day, no matter whose name is called on the lineup card. Last time we were at the State Fair was Friday, and that was the last time the Brewers were about to play post-All-Star break. Danny Jansen, Lockridge, Ortiz, Monasterio, you name it, the lineup looked like dirt. And everyone, there was 100-plus replies to the Milwaukee Brewers social media, and there was only 500 likes. Getting close to like the what are you guys doing thing. And that is the moment where I was like, I think I said on the show, I was like, this lineup's somehow going to score 6-7 runs. I should have quote tweeted and said that everyone was going to have a hit, which I never would have done, but that's what happened. Everybody on Friday in that lineup had a hit. And through the last 3 games, and I know it's the Nationals who suck.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No. I can do that because what great teams do is take care of bad teams.
Sure do.
And that's exactly what this team did. 16-9, 8-2, and 14-3 in a 3-game sweep after taking 2 of 3 from the Cubs. This team has no reason for you to doubt them anymore. At any point. At any point. Go ahead, Kyle.
I mean, I'm right there with you. When it comes to doubting the Milwaukee Brewers, give it up. The Milwaukee Brewers have done everything but prove to you that they are a legitimate threat for a World Series. To me, I was so impressed is that, yes, they were able to beat the Dodgers before the break, and they beat them after the break. And then on top of that, they lost the series to the Marlins, and they were getting ready for the Chicago Cubs, where it could have been a letdown series, where all the fans from Chicago coming to AmFam Field, but they said, nope, absolutely not, and they took care of business and won that series as well. And then sometimes you can maybe have a time where you fall off just a bit because it's not going to be as hyped up. You're going to Washington. You're playing some guys that don't always play in the starting lineup. And what did the Brewers do? They beat the heck out of them. They impressed. Like you said, Ben, this to me is a sign of a great team. When you beat good teams and really good teams, but then when you play against bad teams, you never play down the competition.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, live from the Wisconsin State Fair. A weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a fan favorite, Marcus Johnson, a Bucks legend. Tune into Here District with Marcus and his son Chris for all the happenings for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're going to answer your questions. You're going to hear from the biggest names. So stay on the beat of the Bucks and find Here District now at bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcasts. So we mentioned there was a possibility, because I do want to get to the source, and we won't get to the source's source, but Shams Charania is not very well liked by Bucks fans. Like that's just the truth. Nobody who's a Bucks fan is like, yeah, I'm really digging what Shams is putting out there right now.
Yeah, it's anti-Bucks.
Yeah, well, it's been. Giannis is still exploring opportunities.
Yeah, not just say anti-Bucks. Things that we don't want to hear.
Things that you don't want to hear, but also Giannis is putting enough stuff out there to say, maybe this isn't, real smoke. It's just something that can be conjecture. Well, we're going to take a break, and Shams Charania is going to join us because I do want to get to him and get to the bottom of what you're feeling as fans. So, you know what? If you have a question and you're frustrated, I want to hear from you. 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talking text line. When we come back, Shams Charania of ESPN is joining us next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we're we're starting off with a few delays around the area and a crash on 894 southbound just south of Beloit Road. It's off on the right shoulder, so watch out for that. Westbound 94 delayed from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound on 41, a very heavy ride from Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton, with the northbound side slowing from just north of Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Hampton. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, lingering smoke, partly cloudy skies, a low of 66 at the lake, 60 inland. And tomorrow, mostly sunny, warmer and more humid, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best racers since 1955. Camp on site all weekend, free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. GT World Challenge America is up next August 15th through the 17th. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, make me over. I'm all I want.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. Joining us now on Kyle Bruston Nortman is Shams Charania, NBA insider for ESPN. Shams, my man, how are you doing?
Ben, what's going on? Happy to join you guys. Good to be talking to you again, bro.
Of course. Now, you know, it's interesting. You've put out reports about Giannis. I heard you on First Take today. There's a lot of people that are Bucks fans that may not have you on their Christmas list. What would you say in regards to your reports and how it makes Wisconsin and Bucks fans feel?
Yeah, I mean, Ben, you've known me for a while. I mean, I just keep my head down. The main thing's the main thing, and my job is to report. And that's all I'm focused on: accurate, transparent, fair, responsible reporting. And so, definitely a story that I've been tracking for a while. I mean, if and when Giannis Antetokounmpo hits the market or is moved, obviously it would be monumental for every team, every person, everyone around the NBA. And so it's definitely been a topic I've been monitoring. And, it's something that could very easily be, like there's nothing with Giannis. He's good. He's secure. He's 100%, going to be a Buck for life. Like, you can come up with any way to phrase it. But it's obviously something I reported this morning. There's still nothing set in stone from my conversations on really both sides that he is for sure staying or deciding to leave, or wanting either path. I think he's still in his process of evaluating, asking himself some hard questions. And the questions I've heard since the day of the Miles Turner trade and the Damian Lillard stretch and wave is, can I win another championship in Milwaukee? Can I win with this roster, not only next season, but in 2026, 2027? Because in all likelihood, this roster is pretty much going to be the roster both this upcoming year, the year after that, after the Damian Lillard stretch and wave. And so they're going to have a little bit more assets next summer than this summer, but he has to ultimately make that decision. And when he comes around to it, whether it's the first day of training camp, when he shows up big camp, or otherwise, we'll know.
Shams, do you know if Giannis and John Horst have met face-to-face in order to discuss this roster, how to build it to make it championship level? And if they have, did that meeting help or hurt Giannis as far as his desire to want to be a Buck?
What I can say on that question is there have definitely been pretty upfront conversations among both sides, not only since I reported in mid-May that he was open-minded or is open-minded about fits outside of Milwaukee, as well as, up until this point. There have been very open-ended conversations, whether that's with Giannis's representatives, the Bucks, and John Horst himself. And listen, John Horst, you have to give the Bucks a lot of credit, whether it's 2020 with Jrue Holiday, 2023 with Damian Lillard, and in this offseason, the stretch and wave of Dame and getting Miles Turner in. Every time there's this, is he staying, is he leaving, or something in the atmosphere, they always make a big move. The only difference here with this big move is the question still remains for Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a question that I know definitively he is asking right now internally, and really with the Bucks as well, is this roster even good enough to compete and win a championship in the East?
Shams, do you think the Milwaukee Bucks are going to sit and wait and let Giannis make the decision, or have they been preparing just in case Giannis does request a trade? Have they gauged any interest of what the Kings' ransom they will get in return for a guy like Giannis?
I have not heard the Bucks even engage or bring up. I think this is definitely not a trade that they want to even think conceptually until they absolutely need to. I can tell you, there are multiple teams right now that are monitoring this, that believe that this is still something that they need to keep an eye on for the remainder of this offseason. We've seen Damian Lillard get traded in September. Kyrie Irving, several years ago, when he got moved from Cleveland to Boston, happened in late August. And so there are definitely a couple of teams monitoring this. But, the Bucks, they are going to do everything they possibly can. They have shown it time and time again. How can we make our roster, our team, as appealing as possible to Giannis Antetokounmpo? And they've done it with major swings. They did it with another big swing this year. But the only difference is, Miles Turner, great center. With the Damian Lillard trade, you're looking at a guy that was a top 75 player, a Hall of Fame caliber player. With the Jrue Holiday trade, you're adding an all-star, two-way defensive player of the year caliber player into a mix with a healthy Chris Middleton, with a mix of Giannis Antetokounmpo. This team, as currently constructed, you're going to be relying on Giannis Antetokounmpo to be playing a very, very high usage role for this team to be competitive on a night-to-night basis. Where does Giannis Antetokounmpo stand with that? So there's a lot of questions, and John Horst, Doc Rivers, they have genuinely believed since the end of last season that this team can get back and that this team is a championship contender still in the Eastern Conference. My understanding is they both believe that this is a championship-ready roster. The question that I've heard is, does Giannis Antetokounmpo believe so or not?
Shams Charania joining us here on Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin live from the Wisconsin State Fair. Shams, one thing I'm trying to wrap my head around is the timeline of where this stands with Giannis. Obviously, it is later in the game, and you mentioned that. But if Giannis were not to come back to Milwaukee, which, we're just talking about your reporting, I'm not of that belief. But if he were to request a trade, how does a team trade for Giannis and stay competitive with the amount of assets that he would demand back with the Bucks? I mean, we're seeing 5 first-round picks for Bridges and stuff like that. How does that help Giannis win a championship if he's traded?
That's the question. Is there a middle ground? Is there a trade? Is there a pathway where there's a deal that can get done that brings the Bucks the requisite pieces as well as allow Giannis Antetokounmpo to be on that championship caliber team? Because you're right. Whether it's Kevin Durant being traded a couple years ago, whether it's Michelob Bridges being traded, even Rudy Gobert got traded. Like Rudy Gobert and Michelob Bridges getting traded for all those picks didn't really net any players back in either deal. You're really just trading for the picks. And so if you're the Bucks, you don't have a ton of control over your draft picks, at least for the next few years. Do you try to stay competitive, and do you make a trade based on competitiveness, similarly to what the Dallas Mavericks did with the Lakers, trading Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis? So these are all questions, of course, that have been simmering, that I know have simmered with both sides in conversations since the season ended.
One more before we let you go, Shams. We know we are close on time.
Yeah, Shams, when it comes to the Milwaukee Bucks, is there a point of no return when it comes to making the trade? Like, I know you said September, August. Us Bucks fans, we've been holding our breath for a long time. Is there a point where you say, you know what, if you get to this point, Giannis will be a Buck at least for this upcoming season?
I think right up until training camp. I mean, figuring out, at least for me, is when I'm told Giannis Antetokounmpo is good. He is 100% good from every single avenue, every single side that I trust and I rely on. That's when I'll be comfortable. Of course, you would expect that to come by the opening day of training camp, if not a little bit before that. But during the season, it's really just a matter of, every year, every day that goes by, you're getting closer to essentially the end of Giannis Antetokounmpo's contract. He's got this upcoming season, then he's got 1 year after that, and then he's got a playoff. So essentially, by next summer, he's going to be entering the last year of his deal because the following year is a player option. And so there's going to be, if you get to next summer, have a struggle, if you struggle next season, get to next summer, that places a lot of leverage into Giannis Antetokounmpo's hands to really dictate where he ends up. So these are all conversations that theoretically, for sure, near the start of training camp, Giannis Antetokounmpo could post that Wolf of Wall Street video. Sure, he certainly can. I guess time will tell.
Well, Shams, we appreciate the time. It's NBA senior ESPN insider Shams Charania joining us here on Kyle Brust-Nortman. We will talk to you soon and appreciate the time.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, that's Shams.
Wow.
With all the latest on his reports of Giannis Antetokounmpo. We will cut some of this up and definitely get back to it. I know Jason Wilde's scheduled to appear next. We will get back to our conversation about the hottest team and the best team in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers. All of that and more. It's Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Brust-Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We have an accident on 894 southbound, just south of Beloit Road. That's off on the right shoulder. Another accident on 94 southbound, just south of Ryan Road. That one's off on the left shoulder. Other than that, delays on southbound 41 from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road all the way up almost to Hampton. And then southbound 43 back on the brakes from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. And then from North Avenue down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's live music at the Wisconsin State Fair. 33 local cover bands over 11 days, starting each day at 11 a.m. Cat's Sass taking the stage tonight at 6:30 at the Bud Pavilion. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast today. Lingering smoke, partly cloudy with a low of 66 at the lake, 60 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warmer, more humid with a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Ready to escape to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's. Discover Proof Pizza at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. In the heart of Milwaukee's Theater District, this modern pizzeria delivers Neapolitan-style pies, a bold grill menu, and old-school hospitality in a sleek, art-inspired setting. Whether you're craving a quick lunch or a relaxed evening bite, Proof Pizza is your go-to downtown destination. Dine in, unwind, and savor flavor that hits just right. And here's a tip. If you mention Jen Latta, you'll receive 10% off your order. Learn more at stkatearts.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a little groupthink going on there. I'm not going to disagree.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
He is a good general manager. Anybody who disputes that, they have other issues.
Holding everybody accountable.
I'm not sure that was good enough for us to even play on our show.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Live from the Wisconsin State Fair at Left's Lucky Town Sports Bar and Grill, it's Kyle Bruston Nortman, and people are stopping and staring at that menu as they should because the food is absolutely amazing. Joining us now, after Shams Charania, is Jason Wilde. All Green Bay Packers all the time with us here on Kyle Bruston Nortman. Not all the time. If you listen to that open, there's a little bit more to Jason. He's a big Wolf of Wall Street fan. Jason, how are you?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
Doing well. We're at the State Fair. It is a wonderful time to be alive. Packers family night came and gone on Friday. Now, Jason, I'm curious because I saw you say thank you for tweeting this. It was basically a compilation of all of Jordan Love's throws from family night. And so I ask you, where do you want to see Jordan Love improve most in 2025? Leadership, accuracy, legs, or you insert your opinion here?
It looks to me like he's improved in all those areas, but we won't really know until he's doing it for real. But I thought he was more accurate. I wrote a story about him being able to move in the pocket more adeptly than he had been previously last season. I think that's a really key part of his game. And then I know he's challenged himself to be a better leader as well. So I think he's developed in all those ways. But he can be better at all those things, and they still don't, end up in an NFC Championship game playing for a trip to the Super Bowl either. So it's going to be an interesting year with a lot of interesting twists and turns, but I think he's taken some steps forward, and now the question is, when the games start to count, how big are those steps, and how many more steps can he take over the course of an 18-week season heading into the postseason?
Jason, we are already more than a week and a half into training camp, almost 2 weeks on Wednesday, and it's a game week with a preseason game on Saturday night. I'm curious, is there a question about this team or a player that you had going into training camp, and that question has already been answered over the first week and a half?
Yeah, I think the biggest answer that I've gotten is that Matthew Golden is legit. Now, legit in what way?
Do you know what you just did to Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle, the coal is now in the furnace, and it is firing.
I'm smiling, Jason, but you can continue.
Yeah, I love you, Kyle. You and I could not be more different on all this stuff, though. I feel like I'm the guy with his thumb on the scale, right? And if the scale's going too high one way, I put my thumb down to even it out. So if you get too excited, I'm going to bring you down. If you're too down in the dumps, I'm going to bring you up. You should be encouraged by what Matthew Golden has done through 9 practices.
But
what you should be cautious about is, now saying, oh, he's going to be a 75 catch, 1,000 yard receiver. Maybe he will be. Mm-hmm. But what I have seen that I find encouraging is that he has the things that you were hoping he would have. He has demonstrated them. Now, can he do that over the course of a 17-game season? Can he be consistent? All those things do matter, and that's why you don't make proclamations or, in Kyle's case, start stoking the furnace of, oh, this guy's going to be, Jerry Rice. Now,
second best
I would say,
rookie season in Packers history, loading.
He's already said we've replaced Devontae Adams.
Well, a number 1 wide receiver. That Jason, don't let him take you that far. I ain't that crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to lead them in receiving, Kyle. I think everything is a process, and, this is where I insert my growth is not linear line. But what I've seen from him through 9 practices is a guy who is as fast as advertised, who has very good hands, who learns from his mistakes. My favorite moment of camp to this point is last week he ran a double move route. It's supposed to be a post corner. He doesn't sell the post effectively, and so it's well covered, and the ball's incomplete. The very next day, they run the exact same routes against Nate Hobbs. He does a much better job of selling the post. Then he breaks out to the corner route, and he is wide flipping open. And Jordan Love even said, those are the easy ones. All you got to do is put it out there for him, and he'll go get it. And what that tells me is when he makes a mistake, he learns from his mistake. I love this line from Adam Stenovich that he said a couple of years ago. I still use it with Maddie and Sid, and I still use it whenever I do any coaching at all. It's make new mistakes. Because you're going to make mistakes. You're playing an imperfect game. I don't care if it's basketball, volleyball, softball, tennis, golf, or football. Doesn't matter. You're going to make mistakes. What I wouldn't want you to do is make the same one over and over again. And so what I love about Matthew Golden is he took that mistake, and then he got an opportunity to make that mistake again, and instead he ran the route perfectly for a 54-yard touchdown. He is smooth in and out of his routes. He catches the ball cleanly. He looks the part. I compared him this morning to Greg Jennings, which, again, Greg Jennings had 46 catches as a rookie. Then the next year he had 53 catches, but he had 12 touchdowns out of those 53 catches. So I'm not putting any numbers on what he's going to do, but he looks like you wanted him to look. And I'm guessing over the years there have been guys that are first-round wide receivers for other teams that have arrived at training camp, and you're sitting there going, what's with this guy? Like Treylon Burks, right? That was a name that was being linked to the Packers a few years ago in the draft. Things have not gone well for him. It is a great start that he looks the part. Now he's got to keep doing that and more if he's going to have a major impact this season.
Joining us now on Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin live from the Wisconsin State Fair as I see some wonderful food just pop over to my left is Jason Wilde.
Now, Jason, for me, last season in the preseason, I didn't believe the Green Bay Packers played enough snaps. Their starters did. Will we see the starters more this preseason, do you think?
I don't think so. No, I mean, I don't think they're willing to. I just don't think that's a risk they're willing to take. Now, the challenge for them is figuring out how exactly do they deliver this more physical play style that they've been harping on, and which has led to some issues in practice with stuff that Nate Hobbs did or stuff that Rasheed Walker did. How do they do that without playing? But I'm looking around the league, and I have seen teams already lose critical guys to injuries. And I will knock on wood on your behalf, Kyle. That has not happened here. Now, I still would like clarification. I won't talk to LaFleur tomorrow because he has chosen to do his pre-practice press conferences during Wilde and Tausch. But I would like to know where kind of Nate Hobbs is, because Nate Hobbs did not practice on Friday. He did not take part in family night. And I don't know if I saw him on family night. Now, I might have just missed it. But I always get a little apprehensive about an injury when I don't see the person even there at practice, right? Like Tucker Kraft did not participate on family night, but he was there, right? We saw him. And maybe I just missed him. I don't want to sound the alarm here. But my point is that, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know I don't want to make it into something it's not if it's not anything. The bottom line is that, he's a guy who they signed, as Goody said, not purely, but among the reasons they signed him was for his physicality. They think that that's really good for what they're trying to do and change their style of play. So, again, how much do you play guys in games that don't count? I'm not playing them. I would rather have them, play the Lions and struggle with their tackling or whatever it is than risk the seriousness of this injury. It'll be curious to see how it plays out.
Jason, I do want to know, because you mentioned, looking the part, right? Is it pretty much set in stone that Jordan Morgan's not going to be the left tackle starter?
Well, he's certainly getting every opportunity with Rasheed Walker out with a groin injury. I think, I don't know what Jordan Morgan's ultimately going to have happen. If you forced me to guess, which is all that it would be, I would guess that he's going to be the sixth man, because I don't think he's going to beat out Rasheed Walker. Now, if Rasheed Walker's injury continues to linger and suddenly now he's missing a week or 2 weeks of practice, then there's a different conversation to be had. But again, if you watched Family Night, I didn't really like the way it went for him. I thought Lucas Van Ness clearly got the better of it. And so, but again, that could be just a growth moment, and we're going to see him on Saturday against the Jets. Maybe he has a great performance. I mean, in fairness to him,
I guess, Jason, is it fair to say that if he's the sixth man, like we're going to see him, because he offensive line, the offensive line does it they do get nicked up just by the nature of where they're at.
Yeah, look, I think we can say fairly certainly that the 5 starters are not going to start and finish all 17 games. That just does not happen. One of the many reasons why their failure to win the game in Seattle in 2014 was so disappointing was that they were incredibly healthy that year, including on the offensive line, where one starter, our very own Brian Bulaga, missed one game. He missed a Week 2 game against the Jets with a knee injury, and he was back for Week 3. Otherwise, they started the same guys for every other game they played. Is that going to happen this year? I think there was one year, last year or 2 years ago, where they played the first 10 games, they started 10 different lineups on the offensive line. So I think it was 2 years ago. So I think it'll be interesting to see. But, the one issue that I have, and I know Tausch brought this up as well, is that he's a first-round pick, so you really would like him to be a starter. I totally get that. I understand the expectation, but I don't want him starting because he's a first-round pick. I want him starting because he's one of the best 5 to be out there. And I think realistically, the better scenario would be if he's the 6th best, he gets another year to work through that and improve and play in the games when somebody's sidelined. And then he becomes a starter in 2026 when they let both Rasheed Walker and Sean Ryan walk in free agency and get compensatory picks for them because they're good NFL starting offensive linemen and they're going to get decent contracts from somebody else if they play most of the season. So, again, I don't, and I would hope Goody doesn't, and I don't think he operates this way. I don't think he cares, what Tausch and I say or you knuckleheads say about, he drafted Jordan Morgan and he's not going to win a starting job coming out of camp 2 years in a row now. I don't think he cares about that. I think he does believe it's not where you were drafted, it's how you play. And if he doesn't play well enough, then he's going to have to wait his turn.
I hope he understands that he should be being judged off the fact that where you draft guys, they should be able to perform. And I hope Ed Policy is taking note if a first-round pick isn't performing.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, so Kyle, you want him to – if he's not better than Rasheed Walker, you still want him to play?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is then draft somebody better. That's all I'm saying. If Jordan Morgan can't find, and I like Rasheed Walker, I'm not saying that, and I think Sean Ryan is good, but if he's not good enough to start over Rasheed Walker, a 7th round pick, and Sean Ryan, I believe, is like a 4th or 5th round pick, and he was your 1st round guy?
3rd round pick.
3rd round pick. So I don't feel too great about that. I'm not saying Jordan Morgan can't. I'm not saying Jordan.
He drafted all those people.
But he could have drafted somebody else in the 1st round that can contribute to this team. You can't go Morgan and Lucas Van Ness and both have those guys be busting. You think you're putting together a championship roster. That's a wasted 1st round pick so far. They're not saying they both can't be great, but so far.
Well, I think there's a chance Lucas Van Ness is going to have a breakout in year 3. I'm not ready to take my reputation to
and
it.
Put the thumb back down, Jason.
Some of the early practices look pretty good. You look pretty good on family night, Jason.
Maybe Jordan Morgan is good.
Against Jordan Morgan.
Yeah.
Or maybe Lucas is great and Jordan's good, but Lucas is great.
We shall see. Jason, we appreciate the time.
Yeah, Kyle, I do think this is important.
Yes,
I think it doesn't matter. Like, Ron Wolf is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Go look at his first-round picks. Not a lot of great first-round picks, but he was one of the greatest ever at third-round picks. And those guys were the backbone of a Super Bowl team. Like, if the Packers make the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, you're not going to care if Jordan Morgan played 6 games. The fact that he drafted guys in other rounds and they turned out to be good, he deserves credit for that too. Right?
I get it, Jason. But when I'm looking at this football roster, I'm looking at the guys who may be free agents. If you're not going to keep Rasheed Walker, I know Zach Tom's fantastic. You're not going to keep Walker. You're not going to keep Watson. You're not going to keep Dobbs. You're not going to keep
maybe
Sean
Jenkins.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan. I'm just talking about specifically from that era of guys that he brought in. That's just indicative of you not believing in those guys enough to say that we have to keep them. So, I mean, I think those guys are really good football players, but if they're not going to come back, if you're talking about Walker and Ryan being gone, and we're talking about, well, they want to bring back Quay Walker, but they didn't give him that 5th year because, they still want to see some things, that's a problem to me.
Yeah, I just think I think he views it differently. I think he views it as only guys that are really special are going to get second contracts. And we're going to let all the rest of these guys walk.
Roster, Jason. Like, I know, but how do you build a championship roster when you don't have any type of cohesiveness amongst the guys?
Yeah, I think you fill in via free agency with where you think you can be better, and you keep drafting and believing in your drafting. Like, look, I want to be clear. I don't know if he's right or not. I have no idea if he's going to be proven right. But I'm just telling you what his philosophy is. And obviously Zach Tom is special enough that he merited a 4-year extension. I don't think that Rasheed Walker or Sean Ryan, while good starters who in other eras of general managers would have gotten extensions, I don't know if they're good enough in Goody's mind and they're special enough. So, again, this is his philosophy. We're going to find out. And soon, you mentioned Ed Policy. In the next couple of years, we're going to find out whether or not Ed Policy is willing to continue to be patient with this approach or not. But again, a lot of ball game left, that's for sure.
Side note, I'd be curious what Goody would do with Balaga and Tausch, in those second and third contracts. But Jason, we appreciate the time, and we will talk to you on Thursday.
All right, guys, take care, be good.
That is Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason 9 to noon across these very stations with a great partner like we have with American Family Insurance.
Yes, if you are looking for home insurance or car insurance policies, look no further. Look for American Family Insurance. Exactly. I see the man here at State Fair singing the jingle with me, but he understands just like I do that they are...
Look at that. We got a jingle from the crowd.
Wow. Exactly what it is. It's more than a jingle. They are there to protect you in all of your dreams. So if you're looking for an auto policy or a home policy, it is easy. Go to amfam.com today. That is amfam.com today. You can get a quote right there on the spot. If you're like me and you like talking to people, you can find an agent near you. And also the great thing about American Family Insurance, they completely support the community. That's why whenever you go to a Brewers game, they have the parking lot patio during Kids Day. Before first pitch, make sure you head on down to the Clock Tower entrance outside of American Family Field and watch the fun begin. They have face painting for the kids, temporary tattoos, photo ops, yard games, free giveaways, a live DJ as well. It is a perfect stop for the entire family. So make sure you come early and have fun and make it a day to remember, all thanks to American Family Insurance. Find an agent near you today or get a quote by visiting amfam.com.
We got to recap a lot of Jason Shamsharania, the Red Hot Milwaukee Brewers, and get to the 414 Hour at 4 next. Live from the Wisconsin State Fair, it is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 5th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Atlanta Braves.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 5th at 6:15 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, The Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy The Bog.
It's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $200 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you were harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
Hey, Jen Latta here, and as a client of the We Sell Group, I can tell you firsthand, Rob and Nick make the home buying and selling process easier. Right now, school's out, and that means it's the perfect time to list your home. The market is challenging and inventory is tight, but you don't have to face it alone. Rob and Nick are pros. They take the stress off your plate so you can focus on your family, your summer, and just breathe. Contact Rob and Nick to see what your home might be worth in this market. Connect today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft grace zone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Wow, a bomb by Yelich. Join the crew for an electric matchup when the Brewers host the Mets August 8th through the 10th. The weekend starts with a celebration at Cerveceros Night on Friday the 8th, featuring makers markets, music, and more. Then don't miss an all-new Christian Yelich bobblehead giveaway on Saturday the 9th, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Close out the series with Sunday matinee baseball and a limited edition Jacob Mizorowski t-shirt giveaway. Grab your tickets at Brewers.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Kyle Broston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So sweet. Living in this big blue world with my head up in outer space. I know I'll be A-O.
Time for you to find out what all the screaming is about this week at Pick and Save and Metro Market stores. Screamin' Sicilian Original, Thin and Crispy, and Tavern-style pizzas are buy one, get one. It's a deal so good you're going to scream for more. Screamin' Sicilian, buy one, get one through August 5th at your local Pick and Save and Metro Market stores. According to my calculations, this give you today and tomorrow to get the buy one, get one at Pick and Save and Metro Market. That's the original Screamin' Sicilians, Thin and Crispy, and Tavern-style. I currently have a Boss Hog and a Tavern-style in the reserves in the freezer. And don't pass by the Cheez-It Pizza or the Surfer Boy or any of the Palermo's brands because they are all amazing. Taste what all that screaming is about. It is Kyle Broston-Nortman live from the Wisconsin State Fair. If you've missed any of our show, go back and watch on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison, or listen on the ESPN Wisconsin app. We did have Shams Charania join us to give his thoughts as to the reports he made on First Take this morning revolving Giannis and what he's hearing, because what we're feeling seems to be a lot different. Additionally, Jason Wilde breaking down family night and all things Green Bay Packers. The Milwaukee Brewers are a wagon, and I just love how much of a wagon that they are. So,
Best
we're gonna
team in Wisconsin.
Best team in Wisconsin?
I'd say so.
Not even close right now. Not even close.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers aren't. The odds reflect it, everybody.
Yeah.
The odds reflect it. To this day, I will be kicking myself but happy because the Milwaukee Brewers were plus 4,000. Plus 4,000 to win the World Series. And I said, oh, that's something I'd put 100 on.
Yeah.
And then I blinked, and it went to plus 2,500. And then I blinked again. And guess where it is? Plus 1,500 to plus 1,600 for your Milwaukee Brewers to win the World Series.
But that's a reflection of who this team is, right? Because I think about this season now that we're in August, right? The playoffs and all that starts to come into more focus. And they've answered everything, right? Because the big thing with this is, they're a hot team, but are they a good team? Are they a championship team? How big of a sample size do you need before you're able to declare, yes, this team actually is the real thing? They're actually authentic. A slow start. Pitching injuries, staying hot, will they still stay hot? Beating good teams, will the bats wake up? And now injuries. All of those things were major mountains that this team needed to conquer, and they conquered every one of them.
When you say injuries, you can say more injuries.
Right. I mean, because
Jackson Churio, Jacob Mizorowski missing a couple starts, bringing Logan Henderson back up. He gives you everything you need for a start, and then they blow the Nationals out of the water. So I think you're almost answering your question by laying it all out. There's no more reason to question and doubt why this team is who they are.
Well, when you think about it, the Milwaukee Brewers, there's only been 4 months of baseball for real. I mean, August is here, and the Brewers are still winning in August. But when you look at April and May, they were playing .500 baseball, floating around there early in the season, working out the kinks with the pitching staff and some injuries early. But then since June, they've been the best team in baseball, have the best record in baseball. And when you put it all together, the Milwaukee Brewers have been good longer than they actually struggle. So I believe the team that we are seeing now we'll probably play at this clip for the rest of the season. I fully expect every time the Brewers go on the field, I fully expect the Brewers to win. And it's a great place to be.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
They've earned for you to have that level of confidence. And even when the winning streak started, even after the month of June when the Brewers played so high, we were still a little skeptical. That's why you didn't run to Potawatomi Sportsbook to go and make that bet, because we were still a little skeptical. That's why the odds were at 4,000.
That's when I wanted to do it. I just didn't prioritize it.
You didn't prioritize because, be honest, none of us deep down in our soul believed that was going to be a steal.
It has everything to do with having a daughter to pick up at daycare.
Oh, well, you missed out. Because here's the thing. I didn't believe that the Brewers were going to win a World Series at that time, but my mind frame has completely shifted to believing that this team could win a World Series.
Yeah.
But they've earned for me to believe that because of their performance. And this weekend, this past week, the past 7 days have put an absolute stamp on that. I cannot speak more highly about how they took care of business in Washington. It's one thing to be a good team taking on a bad thing. It's another thing to beat the hell out of a bad team on the road the way that the Brewers did, regardless of who they were throwing out there. Logan Henderson didn't know he was pitching. When he woke up Saturday morning, he didn't know he was going to be pitching for the Brewers
His
Sunday
family
morning.
drove him there. There were no flights.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
But to be able to go out there and still have that type of performance. You're talking about Brandon Lockridge. We're like, okay, we don't know who that is. Guess what? Brandon's getting hits now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even he's playing well. And so the whole point.
It's not black magic. It's just who they are.
It's
the expectation when you put on that jersey what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Now, I hate to do this. I'm going to blame one of our partners.
Oh,
this is Luis's fault from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Oh, Luis.
He decided to have a second child, and then he was gone for paternity leave, which meant we didn't have
him a man.
We didn't have remote broadcasts at Potawatomi Sportsbook while he was out.
Luis,
come on,
it's on you.
Yep.
It's on you.
I just wanted to say it.
Luis, you owe me $4,000.
Put on my tab.
Oh,
Let me be real. I would put down 10. You only owe me 400.
Yeah. I would have put down 100.
We know what a unit is.
400.
We know what a unit is.
4,000 of credit, please. Over here.
And with this team, it's unbelievable because last week when we were here, we were talking about the trade deadline. Like, oh, the Brewers got an add-a bat. I'm reminiscent of Jeff Passan coming on and saying, listen, this team is one big bat from being serious contenders.
And then they go drop what? Was that?
And then they drop
30,
14, 16, and 8.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And now
hits.
The biggest run differential in Major League Baseball. So whatever the adversity is that comes at their doorstep, they say, get out of here, and they take care of business.
Yeah, I'm proud to be a Brewers fan again. The way they're performing right now has made me an absolute believer.
And that's the thing, they're fun. They're a fun team to watch. Like Tobias Myers said.
Brandon Woodruff and Andrew Vaughn, we joked about their addition, but you know what? They're right. I mean, the way Woody has been, Big Woo has been pitching, he is a great addition to this team.
Oh, and I hate to get all nerdy on you, but when I was listening to 620 WTMJ on my drive, and it was like the first or second inning, he was hitting 96 on the velocity, and that is the earliest they've seen his velocity hit that high, which means he is slowly getting into form, and I believe they're undefeated when he pitches. Or at least his record's undefeated, but I do believe that might be correct when he does pitch, even if it was a no decision for him. Now, one thing that I'm going to be sad about not taking advantage of is although I didn't get the plus 4,000s, every time they were an underdog against the Dodgers, I took it every straight time.
Yeah, you should have kept going. Keep it rolling.
Well, I mean,
pay for that wedding.
The good thing I didn't keep rolling against Marlins because some things happened there, but bam!
They came right back. They bounced back.
But bam! We might have to find another 3-game series because right now we're 2 for our last 2 on these Brewers bets, and we're finding the right one.
I'm ready for more. I'm ready for more.
I ain't lost a bet all summer.
They're not going to let us down. Not these Brewers.
Alex, I'm putting a temporary 24-hour or 7-day restraining order on Alex Strofe at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Next to security, I'm going to have his face right next to them. If this guy walks in, send him to work. Because he cannot control himself. Allegedly. I'm sorry. He's off the show today, and Will's pressing the buttons because you guys probably haven't heard Will talk that much. That's because you don't need your voice to produce, but our producer got Canada wildfire smoke in his lungs and is taking the day off while the rest of KBN Nation works hard at their jobs and grinds. So it's good to know who's truly in your corner. We will have some cuts that we can play for you, some audio of Shams Charania joining us here on Kyle Bruston Nortman. We'll continue to talk about the Milwaukee Brewers. Brian Balaga is going to join. Kyle Bruston Nortman live from Left's Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. Don't go anywhere. We are back in 2 minutes.
Kyle brings the heat and keeps it real. Ben's got the takes that make you feel. Brad's the pro with a polished stance. Strove's the glue who gives the show its stance. From 2